Ancient Greek mythology, full of classic stories, has become part of Western literature and culture. These stories have given us some well-known words and phrases commonly used in English and in other languages. Below, we introduce 5 of the greatest and best-known tales from the world of Greek mythology. From curious women to brave men, people who overreached themselves and people whose greed got the better of them. Pandora's box. Everyone knows about the myth of Pandora's box, except it wasn't a box at all, but a jar. As we reveal in our discussion of this classic story, Pandora was the first woman in Greek mythology, and Hesiod tells us that her curiosity led her to take the lid of the jar, not box, containing all of the world's ills, unleashing them upon the world in the process. Prometheus. Another important origin story from Greek myth, the tale of Prometheus, whose name literally means forethought in some interpretations, is well known because it explains how mankind came into possession of fire, thus enabling man to form civilization as we know it. Prometheus, a titan or god, stole fire from his fellow gods and gave it to humanity. And for this act, he was punished by Zeus, chained to a rock and then subjected to the agonizing ordeal of having his liver pecked out by an eagle. His liver would grow back every night, so Prometheus would have to endure the same fate every day for eternity, as well as explaining where man came from and how we came to create civilization. The Greeks also used their myths to explain the origin of natural phenomena such as the seasons. Why do we have summer and winter? For the ancient Greek, it was thanks to Persephone, the daughter of Zeus and Demeter. Persephone was abducted by Hades, god of the underworld, and taken away with him because she was connected to vegetation. Persephone's absence from the land led to the failure of crops and everyone began to starve. Hades was told by Zeus to return Persephone to Demeter above ground, but thanks to Hades' trick, which involved effectively drugging Persephone with some pomegranate seeds, eventually a compromise was reached whereby Persephone will spend the winter months in Hades and the rest of the year with Demeter, and this explains the origin of the seasons. In the vast labyrinth on the island of Crete, built by the cunning Daedalus for King Minos, there dwelt the Minotaur, a man with the head and the tail of a bull. Minos demanded 7 Athenian men and 7 Athenian maidens be given to Minotaur to be devoured on a regular basis. Some accounts say every 16 years, while others state this was an annual treat for the Minotaur. This mythic story, by the way, inspired Suzanne Collins' idea of tributes in the Hunger Games. Anyway, Theus was a brave Athenian man who, with the help of Ariadne, who gave him a ball of thread so he could find his way back out of the labyrinth, went into the Cretan maze and slew the Minotaur. Unfortunately, after Ariadne had helped him to accomplish his task, he abandoned her. But that's another story. The story of Icarus is one of the most famous tales from Greek myth. Icarus was the son of Daedalus, the craftsman who built the labyrinth from the Minotaur story recounted above. Ever the inventor, Daedalus, fashioned some wings out of the feathers and wax for him and his son to use to fly their way off the island of Crete. However, Icarus got carried away and flew too close to the sun, which melted the wax in his wings. He fell to his death, drowning in the Aegean. Now, Icarus' name is byword for one of the Greeks' most favorite themes, hubris or overreaching oneself.